So if all these white keys are C major, technically all I have to do is play whatever and feel it, and then it'll sound like something. Alright. Today we're gonna talk about alignment. So I think this is probably gonna be more spiritual than the last two videos, but I think in order to figure shit out, you need to be internally fulfilled. So that's just what's up. When I was younger, my parents would tell me I was super logical, which is how I win all my arguments with my brother. But now I don't care about winning as much, I care about learning. So I don't know. I think I still frame everything from an objective standpoint, where it helps me rationalize thoughts, I guess. So I'll try framing alignment through a series of stories, I guess, starting with what I did today. Now I'm nervous and I don't feel So today I went to the park to film some short form content because that's what I started this year. It was an effort to start creating stuff again, but at a smaller scale, less pressure, and then faster output to get my consistency going, right? And then just practice storytelling. That's just where all the attention is these days, because you gotta do things fast. So I gave that a shot this year. I was filming it, I was like, oh my gosh, I actually look like Chuz. So I came back home and I got caught up with the piano. By the way, I quit piano when I was in second grade. Then I joined choir and I quit choir my freshman year of high school. And I'm gonna make sure that this entire little yap sesh is gonna fit over whatever the heck I'm playing over the piano. Because that's what you call true alignment. I came into the new year oh, okay, what the fuck am I doing with my life, right? And I was so exhausted, so burnt out from putting my head in way too many places to try and build a future for myself. But everything was fragmented, all my efforts were not aligned with each other. So it was just I had too much going on. And I knew at the core of everything, my passion lies in creating stuff, but I didn't understand why. And so I started making these short form videos, because if there's one thing about me, it's that I journal when I don't know what's going on. And so I created an Instagram and a TikTok called Diary of a Dookie because I didn't want to be perceived as someone who had all their shit figured out. But I also just wanted to share my thoughts while practicing being a storyteller. So yeah, it was my diary, and don't listen to me if you don't want to, because I'm just a dookie. And I'm a piece of shit, right? So I did that, but I haven't yet found a through line with all my short form content, because a big part of short form is that you have to have strong branding. You have to be able to know yourself, and people should be able to look at your page and be like, oh, this is this person's story. Oh, this is that person's story. Oh, this is what I get from watching their content. And it's always going to entertain me. It's always going to hook me, and it's always going to be something I'm interested in. Thing is, mine is so fragmented throughout all my life. I try to keep the style consistent, but it's oh, 1 minute I'm studying. Oh, 1 minute I'm doing this. Oh, 1 minute it's my deep thoughts about some personal thing that I'm barely explaining, but also you don't have any context of it from, I don't know. It comes back down to me as a storyteller. Can I keep you hooked? And then also it comes down to, oh, do you kind of know what's going on? No, then you're not gonna watch. Recently, it was a study content. I'm trying to keep it consistent with me in the bathroom, right? Because I'm Diary of the Dookie, so I do some storytelling there. But then now all of a sudden, I have 3 past reels of my final for my stand-up comedy show. So it just looks like I'm a comedian now, but I only have 3 posts as a comedian. So still no consistency, right? For people to grasp onto, which is my fault, but it's also I don't know what image I want to be attached to just yet. So I think it's fine. I'm still building. You build your life, and everyone has a character, regardless of whether or not you think life is a performance or if it's not a performance. Everyone has a character. You assign certain traits to that character. Oh, you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, or you're whatever your job is. And then you have personality traits those are more subjective. People can say you're one thing or another at one time. It's up to you to decide what you think you are. It's up to everyone else to receive it however they receive it. You can't control that. So it's okay, I've labeled myself as a dookie, and my persona is what, right? And since I wanted to break into entertainment, I've been taking these performance classes at USC, even though I'm a computer science major, to try and see what it's like to do that, right? And so I took a acting class last semester that I dropped 3 weeks in because I was taking 20 units and I couldn't balance it. But since I was getting more into short form over the year, I decided to crack open the textbook for that class called Acting Power by Robert Cohen. He kind of verbalized, I think, exactly what I needed to hear in the moment when I was like trying to build Dookie in the correct direction while balancing my current life. So it's like a book about acting. How does that tie into my life? Because this is about acting and my life is real. It should be real and it should be raw. You know, I should be truly myself because I don't see meaning in faking anything. But the thing is, you're not faking things. You're building yourself and you're expressing yourself, right? Everyone has their character. Everyone has fundamental descriptive traits, and I don't know. I'll just read, because I'm a bad reader. Like, it's hard for me to like really follow. So I've read this much in the past few months, but the first page literally hooked me so bad. Well, obviously not that. Okay, but this is the farthest I've gotten in a book in a while. I write. Okay, so I consume too. It's hard for me to read sometimes. Okay, but introduction, the actor's viewpoint, alignment. Like, I read this and I took notes. So let me read this first and then see if my notes like describe it a little better. It starts off with a quote. You're really driving 4 horses. Okay, that was way too long, so I'm gonna summarize it with the notes that I took, right? Basically, it starts off with a quote from famous actor Ralph Richardson, I believe, and Ralph basically says that an actor drives 4 horses. Well, I don't know why he used an example of 4 horses, but you know, maybe he was really old and back in the day, all they had were horses. Here are your 4 horses that you're trying to drive as an actor. The first horse is going through in great detail the exact movements which have been decided upon. You're also listening to audience, that's the second horse, as he says, keeping great control over them. You're also creating the part, using your own style and making everything happen. You know, you're consciously refining the movements of what's happening. And at the same time, you're living in your mind. So really there's 3 or 4 layers of consciousness to this. Wait, let me just pull up my notes. These 4 horses are what the actor drives to make sure that this character they're acting as becomes whole. The power to drive these 4 horses without falling off from them comes from alignment. And he uses this analogy that was just so genius to me, right? You can easily hold 20 plates stacked on top of each other, but you can't hold 20 ping pong balls, despite the ping pong balls being smaller and lighter. And how do you usually pick up a stack of plates? You stack them in the correct order, and then you pick up the bottom plate. And that bottom plate is the character's pursuit of a goal in an immediate situation. So let's apply that to real life now. How do you achieve your goal in an immediate situation? Let's say the character just fails and fails and fails. It's as long as the plates are stacked, the character will still feel whole trying to achieve that situation. Just matter if they get it or not, right? But let's say you have a goal. This goal in your immediate situation can be small. It could be, okay, I want ice cream. Or it could be big. Okay, I want to pivot from computer science to entertainment. My immediate situation is that I'm in school. I don't have much acting experience. I need to be able to sustain myself, and I have homework. It's not terrible. How many ping pong balls am I holding? And how do I turn those ping pong balls into plates, stack them on top of each other so that I don't fragment myself and I have the power to push myself forward, right? So Diary of a Dookie makes sense. Short form content makes sense because I'm currently in the pursuit of becoming a better storyteller. And I guess right now I'm telling a story, and I've been telling a story of how I'm in pursuit of becoming a better storyteller. So it feels like things are stacking up now. It doesn't feel like, okay, I'm applying to a tech internship. Okay, I'm doing this. Okay, it seems like I'm pursuing tech still while this is my actual goal. So things are getting a little more aligned. I'm less more burnt out, more driven, which is good. Driving horses. Now comes the why. Because there should be a sole purpose of why am I doing this. We see tech people, they want to advance stuff, they want to create sustainable whatever they all have their own whys. Why do I want to become a great storyteller? I think it's not just I'm drawn to it, it's not just this is very freeing, but from a macro level, that also matters, right? I feel like telling stories, bringing out emotion in things, it helps translate things. Like, it makes the way I frame things more interesting, and it helps to communicate between people in a more creative level in order to, I don't know, bridge understanding. Like, it's just like a customizable way to tell someone something. Storytelling. That's really what it is. It's a way to bridge misunderstanding. It's a way to show humanity in things, and it's fun. It's entertaining, right? It's deep. It's sad. It's everything. So that's why I like storytelling, and that's why I want to get really good at it, because I feel like if you can tell a story, then you can really communicate anything you want to communicate with someone. And also, people can receive it however they want to receive it. I think with short form content, it's just become so formulaic. Everything just become really saturated, and so that's why it's difficult for me to like truly separate myself from that, build my own brand, or like, I don't know where I was going with this. Okay, yeah, this was about alignment. I feel like right now, like, I'm figuring shit out, but I'm really trying to become more aligned as well, because that's longevity. That's what makes everything worth it in the long run. That's why I'm okay with building a very solid foundation, because if I speed run this, okay, I say I'm giving myself 3 weeks winter break to figure shit out, but it's like mainly to figure out my foundation so I can build in the future and pivot in the future in the right direction. So yeah, I don't know, with this piano thing right here, like, I hope it's still playing behind me. It's like music has always been a part of me. I didn't add it to my alignment, so I quit piano in 2nd grade, and then I quit choir in freshman year of high school. But I want to integrate it back into my life. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Let me just release a song, even though I know I'm bad. And once again, I thought I could do too many things at once. So you also need to know when you should stop talking. You also need to know when you should stop playing, because everything needs closure. Stories end. They don't end, but it's just like you need to go on to the next, right? So why not end beautifully? Or sometimes you don't really know when to end, but it's a good time to end.